Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, February 23rd. We are looking at the SPY ETF's market profile here on Window Trader, and this has been a fascinating 2 days. It truly has. I don't think it's been an easy 2 days. It's given tremendous opportunities. I had a very good day today after coming off my small loss yesterday where I saved myself. I had an excellent day today, and believe it or not, I didn't take one long play today and still had a very good day. Most of it early on in the day. Some fascinating turnarounds in all the indices. The triple Qs with a huge 500 tick gap. Fill it. A lot going on. Let's start. Let's start with the Russell first. So the Russell gap lower. We end up filling the gap and end up going out with a trend day up. They were 9 for 9 wide. 9 for 9 wide. And they end up with a trend day up. Now, in the bigger picture, because my charts, I have to figure out what's going on in my charts. I just have the tasty charts. Now you can say, I would still call the daily down for now in the IWM, even though we filled the gap. And we closed up here. I mean, unless you want to call it a 5-day balance. If we take out today's high tomorrow, then I would encompass a balance of probably 6 days, including tomorrow, if we take out today's high. But for now, the daily's still down, but a tremendous amount of work to come back. We had opening drives down in all three of these indices. And by C period, that was gone. Now, it took a lot longer for the gap to fill in IWM and triple Qs than us, but they filled it, and they go out with a trend day. Now, triple Qs, trend day up, one set of single prints in L, they were 8 wide, never got 9 wide, had a $13 turnaround, go out with a price pro, but I want you to keep things in mind. This is a tremendous effort by the bulls in all these things. But I want you to keep things in mind. There's still a lot of damage above us. Now, they did a great job, a fantastic job of taking this gap back. It was about 500 ticks, right? From wherever the opening was, right? Actually, it was, from the opening. I apologize. From the opening, this gap was over 500 ticks. We filled it and go out with a trend day up. So that's incredible. But keep in mind, they got their price probe from yesterday, but they did not fill the double distribution from yesterday. So they still have 3 double distribution days to the upside, the 22nd, the 19th, and the all-time high. Okay? So as great a job as it will be all for naught unless we take out today's high and start doing that. Because if tomorrow all we do is trade in balance, take back this trend day, nothing's really changed just yet. Keep that in mind. And it's going to be the same for us. So, we filled out gap. I take that back. We filled out gap late too. I apologize. We all filled out gap in L period. K or L. So, we go out with 2 sets of single prints. L and K. So, change took place again above D's high. I'm not going to call this a price probe. We took out L's high by actually we only took it out by 1 penny. I thought it was 2 pennies. It's 1. So I have a poor high just like ES. So we did not probe today. So the same thing's going to hold in SPY like ES. Yes, yesterday was a tremendous feat. We filled the gap and sold off. Today, a tremendous feat. We closed the gap and go out with a trend day. But unless we take out today's high and start getting back firmly accepted into this balance, nothing's changed for me. They have the SPY closing at 387.52. The 2 weekly lows that we got below today by $7 are at 387.50 and 387.74. So guess what? Nothing's changed for me yet. Unless we take out today's high and get acceptance back into those 2 weekly lows, which would put us back into this huge balance, nothing's changed, and the daily for now is still down. Keep that in mind. Tremendous work by the bulls, but nothing's changed just yet. As far as my trades today, A period. Took a short, not right away, but then finally got involved when we had that opening drive. And any push up, I took it twice. 384 puts, and I had a very good A period. B period, same thing. Any push up, I took the 384 puts against the opening, came back in, worked out very nicely. Now, C period, we took out the day's high. I did not think we were going to go trend. Did not think we were going to fill the gap right away. So I took puts, which worked out as we came in and did not hold single prints. 387 puts on those. And that was my morning. I didn't do anything else in the morning. It was a fantastic morning. Basically 5 or 6 shorts. Then in G period, we had a couple of reversal bars. We had one in G, we had one in H, we had one in K. And that was my only loss of the day in K. But I took shorts in G. Before we had the reversal bar, I did okay on that, 385 puts. And the same in H, 385 puts. J period, I was like, I'm going to take a short. Again, I was not hold the shorts in G, H, J. I did not hold for long because we kept going higher. We were one time framing up, but I said before we take out the day's high, I'll take another short 387s. It worked out nicely. Now, K period is my only loss. I took a 20 puts when we broke J's low, took 5 off when we came in, still had 15. I'm like, I'm okay with those. Let's see if we're going to, I thought we were going to trap some longs here in G, H, I, J in the beginning of K and get down the POC. We were 8 for 8 wide at one point. I really thought we had a good chance of going to POC in K period. Well, lo and behold, we went up, took out J's high. That's it. Took it off for a loss on 15 of them. And then my last trade of the day was in L. We got to a very, very visual level. We got to B's high from yesterday, which is where change took place. I took a nice put play, and I'm telling you, it came in hard and fast for me, and that was my last trade of the day. So incredibly, even though the market ripped higher, every trade I've taken for the last 2 days was shorts. Now, yesterday, I almost got everything back. I was down a lot of money. Only lost $400 and something. To me, that's a win. And today, I had a very good day. Destinations for tomorrow. Upside. We have today's high of 388.94, which is a poor high. Then we have 389.62, which is yesterday's high. Then we have 389.66, which is the price probe, which we still didn't get. If by some chance we're able to do that, we go for the afternoon rally high of 391.05 from the 19th. For the downside, we have today's single prints. They start at 387.27, get filled at 386.74. Then the second set, 386.58, get filled at 386.13. Then we have 382.50, the afternoon pullback low, and today's low of 380.20. Now, I'm going to show you the charts, but I'm going to go back to here too to give you my bigger picture or what I'm looking for tomorrow. So let's go to the charts first. So here's Tasty's charts. Here's the monthly. Has anything really changed in the monthly? Well, last month's high was 385.85. We closed at 387.50. So again, even though we got into it, the monthly is still very healthy. One time framing up for 4 months. Weekly. We were one time framing up for 3 weeks. We come out of that. We finally stopped that. You could have called the last 2 weeks balance because we didn't get any distance away from the previous highs. This is balance to me. Here's the important level. These two lows, 387.50, 387.74. If we do not get acceptance back into there, and by acceptance, I don't mean going back into them like we did today, but I mean closing inside of there by the end of the week. If we do not get that, for my money's worth, this is still on the table, which is the low 370s to the mid 360s. Again, tremendous work by the buyers, but nothing's changed for me yet. And here's the daily. I'm calling it down, one-time framing down for 2 days. If we take out today's high and start getting acceptance into this big range, well then maybe something has changed. Until then, nothing has changed for me, and the bears, as weak as they are still in control. So I expect tomorrow, somebody asked me, do I think we'll go higher tomorrow or consolidate? I said, let me see how today closes first. Well, considering where we closed, I think we will open inside today's range. I think we will have a very huge battle on our hands between D's high and today's high. This is where change took place. Remember, we had change take place yesterday in B's high, and it failed yesterday. Well, again, if this change if this fails again today, where there were buyers today, if it fails and we're now firmly below those 2 weekly lows, well, guess what? I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but at some point we'll take out today's low then, because nothing changed in the bigger picture. If you had a great day, congrats. If you had an okay day, that's still fine. If you got hurt today, hang in there. These last 2 days, as great as the ranges have been, and I know everybody on Twitter is going to be tooting their horn how great they did, but they were not the easiest days. There was a lot of mixed market-generated information throughout these past 2 trading days. Hang in there. Have a great night, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.